What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about. Movies, video games, TV shows, comic books. If it's geeky, if it's nerdy, I want to talk about it here. And right now, I want to give you guys my review of The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 14. And, this is one of those episodes where a lot happened, but nothing happened. That's really the kind of episode we had here. We had the storyline, the main storyline that has Negan um, with Carol, and Carol post Alpha's head up on the same post that had Enid's head and Henry's heads and all their heads over there. She posts Alpha's head there. And then she backtracks on Negan. She backtracks on Negan and says, "I'm not going to go back there with you right now. You're free. Go do what you want." What kind of gall does she have? Well, she's just. I love Carol. She's one of my favorite players because she is you can always expect the unexpected from her, but she always does what's best for her, and she does what's best for the people in her immediate circle. And for her, what was best for her was not going back right now. She didn't care about Negan. You're on your own, man. I'm not going to walk back there. I don't care if they kill you if you go back there right now. I'm not going back there with you yet. So I thought that was pretty great. Of course, Negan's story then converges with Daryl's story. And that's where it gets really interesting. Daryl's somebody that clearly doesn't trust Negan at all, and he has no reason to trust Negan. He doesn't know if he believes Negan's story about Carol, but when they get into a pinch and the Whispers have Daryl dead to rights, they made a fatal error and they named Negan the new Alpha. And that was a fun sequence, cradling his baby that spits bullets. that was so great. And I think that Negan is now building some trust with Daryl. And I fully suspect that in the next episode we'll see Negan sitting in that cell again. But I think that there's trust there now, and I think that there's a relationship that's building. And I want to see Daryl and Negan become buddies. I really do. I don't know that it's ever going to be possible because Negan bashed in Glenn and Abraham's head, but I want to see that happen. I want to see a friendship form there. Probably won't get it, but I want to see it. In the comics, possible spoiler here, I hope it's not. I hope that the show diverges from the comics in this aspect. But in the comics, after the Whisper War, Negan just kind of leaves and disappears, and we never hear from him again. I really sincerely hope that Negan becomes an integral part in what's happening at Alexandria in the future from this point on. I really hope that. I hope they diverge from the comics and let Negan stay and let him form relationships with these people that he used to be at odds with. Not just odds, but like all out war odds. And I hope that's something that we get to see because I think that would be an interesting story. But yeah, we don't see a whole lot from everybody else. We get to see Eugene's story where he's out looking for Stephanie. And Ezekiel goes with him and Magna goes with him, and that is a rather interesting story, especially when he tells people, when he tells the community about it. They don't love the idea that he kept a secret from them. I love the idea that Ezekiel was the one that stood up and defended him, but they still didn't love it. And they eventually trusted him because I think Eugene has earned trust, right? Especially after the crap he went through with the Saviors. I think he's earned that trust. So where they go with this will be interesting. I assume that they're going to find Commonwealth. I assume that Maggie's going to be a part of Commonwealth. But I don't think that there's any guarantees that Maggie's going to be a part of Commonwealth and that that's what they're going to find. I think they will. But they did find Princess. Hang on one second. I'm going to grab some. All right, so they found Princess, and this is how she looks in the comics. This is the first comic that Princess appeared in. Right here, The Walking Dead 171. Fear the Princess is the title of it. They found Princess, and I gotta tell you, she looked exactly like she does in the comic. It looked great, and the personality. You know, we only got one short little clip with her. Clearly, we're going to get a lot more of Princess in the next episode, but the personality fit what I pictured Princess to be, and um, she looked just like this. Like literally, she looked just like this, and that's great. That's great, and I'm hoping that Princess's arc looks a little different in the show than it does in the comics as well. Because in the comics, she shows up, she kind of does some stuff, she sleeps with one of the guards over in Commonwealth, and that's really the end of her arc. And I'm hoping that it's a little more important, a little more impactful um, in the show. So overall, guys, this was and we had Beta. We had Beta. You know, he gets Alpha's head. He makes Alpha's head chew off the ear of a Whisperer. He kills the Whisperer. He goes back to his barn or his room, and he plays his country music that he wrote and sang, and he's kind of in mourning, right? He's in mourning for Alpha. And at the end, he goes out into the Horde, and he starts leading the Horde somewhere. And we know where he's leading the Horde. We know where he's leading the Horde. He's leading the Horde to Alexandria. And that's where we're going to get the Whisperer War. But it was kind of a small part of the story. I mean, Beta had a bunch of screen time, but not a lot happened with Beta. And I can say the same thing about everybody in this episode. Carol had a lot of screen time. She was being taunted by an imaginary Alpha throughout the course of the episode. So Carol had a lot of screen time, so did the imaginary Alpha, but not a lot happened. Negan and Daryl had a lot of screen time, but not a lot happened. Daryl, Eugene, or not Eugene, not Daryl, Eugene, Ezekiel, you know, they had a lot of screen time, but not a lot really happened. This was an episode where there was a lot going on, but nothing really happened. So it was entertaining, but this is an episode that as I go back and I rewatch The Walking Dead, this is going to be one of those where I'm going to be like, okay, let's get through this one, because there's not a whole lot that happens here. All in all, it was entertaining, and there was some stuff, you know, it moved the story forward. So it wasn't a filler. It moved the story forward. But it wasn't a filler, but not a lot happened. So that's kind of where I'm at on this episode. It was necessary, but forgettable. Necessary, but forgettable. And that's where I'm at. What did you guys think of Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 14? Let me know in the comments down below. Did you love Princess? Do you want to see Negan and Daryl get into a bromance? Did you think that the Alpha stuff with the imaginary Alpha tormenting Carol, did you think that was a little silly like I did? Just let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you for being here at the LQ Review, where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.